Well, good evening, everybody. We're coming to you right now from the Sugarlands Visitor Center, just outside of Gatlinburg and just inside the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. This is one of 3 visitor centers within the park. The reason for this video today is that we're going to do a little snow walk. As I mentioned in our snow video the other day, we saw this hike about a week ago on another YouTuber's vlog. They hiked to the John Ownby Cabin. It's a short hike, 1.4 mile round trip. We were really hoping to do it with a couple of inches of snow on the ground. Hopefully once we get on into the woods there'll be a little bit better snow cover, but if we're going to do it, we're going to do it. So we're going to hike to the John Ownby Cabin. It's the trails, it's the Fighting Creek Trail. It starts just behind the Sugarlands Visitor Center. Now the cabin is the last remaining structure of what was once the Sugarlands community before the national park was established. It was built around 1860. And I was reading a little bit ago, it was built from white pine and poplar. So it's been there a long time, about 163 years now. This is 2025, and it'll be 165 years. So obviously it's been renovated somewhat. But we're gonna hike to the cabin and just enjoy the walk through the snow in the woods. So go with us to the John Ownby Cabin here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, just outside Gatlinburg. Fighting Creek Trail to the left, that's what we want. Yeah, so the Gatlinburg Trail, that will actually take you back into the edge of town. And dogs, you can actually, that's one of 2 trails in the national park that you can have your dogs on. The other is the Econo-Lefty Trail at the Cherokee Visitor Center, or the Econo-Lefty Visitor Center in Cherokee. So we want Fighting Creek Nature Trail. And we do have a separate video on Cataract Falls. And here's about the Ownby Cabin. Tulip tree, white pine, and clay mortar. It would be for the chimney. And according to this, it's 0.6 miles, so that would be 1.2 miles. Moderate hike, elevation of 1,557 feet, so that's about a 100-foot elevation gain from here. So we won't record the whole thing, just some of the highlights of it. Isn't this a beautiful evening to be hiking?
Yes, it is.
But what a pretty walk through the woods here. Honestly, I'd rather be right here than in downtown Gatlinburg any day of the week. God's creation versus man's creation. So again, be aware of the pet rule. Okay, first time on this trail. What do you think of it?
Well, so far it's been pretty easy. I mean, I can't even notice that we've gained any elevation.
Yeah, it's rated as a moderate trail, but I think that's right at the end, where you do gain maybe 100 feet. Because, yeah, right now this is just easy. If you want a little easy hike to just exercise a little bit or walk off your meal, this is it. I mean,
not bad at all. We were just noticing over there's Little River Road, though, which is closed right now.
Yeah.
Because of the snow. But today's been exciting for me because earlier when we were walking uptown, I had my coat on, and I looked down and I can actually see.
Chauncey has discovered that snowflakes have 6 points today.
I know that they had it, but I've never actually got to notice it up close. It's like I just see them everywhere. I got some pictures and stuff.
There's one right here on your hair. Be still.
One here on my glove too.
If the camera can focus on that. It's having a little difficulty focusing.
But see, normally like when you look down, they're just little balls of white stuff. But it's like I've looked down, it's like perfect little stars, and it's like so exciting, like that there. Yeah. It's like sprinkles on cookies.
We will buy you some black construction paper for the next snow, and you can stand outside and have a blast.
Look on my glove right there. Look at that. See that?
It's like I can only get so close. One just fell on it.
Yeah. So that's why I used to just seem kind of like a cluster, but then...
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna buy you no black paper. You got black gloves. We'll just put them on.
So I've been kind of excited today because it's like, oh, I've seen it up close.
Minnesota Shaughnessy discovers snow. We would be up in the national park right now. The drive you saw us take day before yesterday is totally inaccessible right now. The gate is up and nobody's being allowed up in there, so we...
Well, they got how much additional last night?
Yeah, they had over 8 inches on the ground when we were there. They got 3 more last night, and I heard today by one source they could get another foot overnight.
So it's snowing today, obviously, because it is here, and which will continue.
So you could be looking at 20 plus inches up to 2 feet of snow up there before all is said and done. It changes dramatically right here from Sugarlands Visitor Center, altitude 1,450 feet, to Newfound Gap, which is over 5,000 feet. And here is where we're going to get into the moderate, the elevation gain, which signifies we're almost there. But this is really a nice little hike. Honestly, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, me too.
I'll leave the camera on while we climb. You can measure the difficulty by my breathing. Right now I'm doing pretty well with it. It's also cold, and it's a little bit easier to lose your breath on a really cold day. And now we're getting a little bit of cover on the trail itself.
Now we're above the road.
Yep.
I didn't know there was a trail over here. So
No.
times we've been on that road.
Yeah, many times we've driven to Cades Cove and did not know it ran parallel. Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah. Picture of that.
So this is just a foretaste of what's to come. Temperature is supposed to plummet tonight.
Yeah.
Single digits in the mountains. Wind chills, get this, I read this earlier, possible wind chills in the backcountry are 25 below zero.
So it says Gatlinburg, temperatures will well be below normal Monday morning. Let me click on. So it says it's 30 degrees.
Yeah, that went up. It
23.
was 29 a little bit ago. But what I was going to say, tomorrow we're going to drive up Cherokee Orchard Road. We're going to walk on the Rainbow Falls Trail, and we're going to hike Mount LeConte.
Tomorrow's high is 16 in Gatlinburg. The low is 3. So today As you can see, it's 39, which
Yeah.
is going down from that. 16 tomorrow.
So,
-2 is the low on Tuesday.
well, if it gets that cold down here, it will be 10, 15, possibly 20 below on LeConte.
Oh, you know it.
And I'm not talking wind chill, unless that was wind chill you was looking at.
No, that's just the temperature,
right.
high and lows.
So we're gonna hike Mount LeConte tomorrow, bring you about 20 some inches of snow and single digits.
We did not come prepared.
And that's what's gonna make it fun. No, we're not gonna do that. We probably will go up to the trail unless they close the gate on the Cherokee Orchard Road, and maybe just walk a little bit, because it's a little higher elevation than this. They would have a little more snow than this. So we're going to do our best to get up there. I can't promise you. We'll have to see if they let us up there. But in case you haven't figured it out, we love snow.
Yes, we do.
Did a snow drive up to Roan Mountain 2 weeks ago. Kind of got a little chastised. Somebody said they didn't understand why anybody would want to get out in snow. I don't understand how anybody don't like snow. How you can look out at a fresh blanket of white when everything looks so pure.
Yeah.
And not, I don't know. I think some people just cannot find beauty in things.
That, and it's just...
And they don't like it when somebody else can.
And it's so quiet. After it snows, you go,
Yeah.
it's just peaceful quiet.
It is. It really is. So there is the end of the ascent, it looks like.
That wasn't bad.
No.
I think it was a bench, in case you do think it's bad.
Yeah, I won't be needing that. Okay, I knew I had seen another bridge. I'm sorry, did I get in your picture?
No, you didn't. I already took it. Thank you.
I didn't want to get hit again. I see footprints.
Oh, you do?
I think, unless that's just indentions in the wood. But I should probably watch my steps right here. Yeah. Yeah, you could turn your ankle pretty easily because there's like ruts in that. So be careful on that one.
Another thing I've noticed along this trail is these little placard things that tell you about the kind of trees that are here. Like right here.
Oh, I had not noticed those.
Had you not?
Not this far inland.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
inland, in the woods. I did see some back at the start.
I have black walnut back there, sassafras. Yeah, different
Honeybees make a highly prized light honey. Sourwood honey is good, yeah. Love those rhododendrons. And I do believe I'm seeing the cabin in the distance. Okay, we are now approaching the John Ownby Cabin. And there's a placard here, so hopefully there's a little bit of information I can share with you about it other than, no, that's a Bob was here sign. I'll show you what that is here in a minute. And notice we have some Bobs that mark. There's one of these in Cades Cove too by the Oliver Cabin. Talks about people who come and sign their names, and well, there you have it.
Well, he was convenient to Little River Road.
Hold on, I gotta put the camera on you for that. Say that one again.
I was teasing.
Yeah, he just got right in the Tesla and jumped right ahead.
I said he was convenient to Little River Road. It was a joke.
Okay, yeah.
I know better than that.
You understand there was no Little River Road probably.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I said it, because
Right.
I could see it over there. I mean, really, you can see the road. It's like, how have we not ever looked over here and not seen the cabin?
That's a good question. Well, I'll tell you how. When we go to Cades Cove, it's usually when leaves are on the trees.
That's true.
And we probably could see it now.
Because it's not far.
Yeah. Slick.
No spot of mud there, was.
Well, here it is, folks. This is what we hiked 0.6 miles through the snow to show you. Now notice how short the doorways were. And that's the same thing with a lot of the cabins in Cades Cove that you see as well. And I don't believe that's because they were short people. I think that's because they wanted to keep the heat in.
Yeah, I'm 5'6", so yeah.
Do that again. So Chauncey's 5'6", and your head's about 6-8 inches above it.
Yeah.
So you're looking at probably about a 5-foot tall doorway. I'm 6 feet even, so I know I'm gonna have to bend over, absolutely. But actually this one has a decently high ceiling though.
Well, I wonder if they had
Yeah,
the
like
beams.
a loft, yeah. Probably so.
I don't see where they would have had stairs, but at least they could have stored stuff maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a way of doing that. There was probably a staircase at
Well,
one
you know
time.
this had to be redone, because this floor, you can see through it.
But you know, the Cades Cove cabins do still have staircases in them.
They do.
But yeah, apparently this was removed for whatever reason. And on this window, he had a good view of the cars driving by on Little River Road. He watched all those tourists going to Cades Cove. So this was constructed again of white pine, and I read poplar, but then that sign said something else as well. Can't remember what it was now. And here is the other side of the cabin. Back out just a little bit there. The snow is starting back up again. I mean, it never really quit, but it's coming back
Thicker, yeah.
a little bit steadier now. I'm glad there was a little bit of a snow cover for this. If we had just gone by what was in Gatlinburg, I don't think we would have come, but this is an improvement at least. What a beautiful hike in the snow.
Yeah.
Wish there was a little more snow, but this is still probably the most peaceful thing I've done all weekend, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I mean, we spent a lot of time in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. I did enjoy riding up through the national park. That would have to be up there
That
with
was
this.
fun.
But just a
Yes.
quiet walk through the woods once we got past where there was a lot of people. This is an amazing little hike. It's not hard. I would rate it easy. I know it's officially moderate. That's only because of that little spur there where you climb about 100 feet.
And it is
Anybody
a
can,
loop.
if you can walk, you can do it.
And it's a loop, so I don't know how the other part is.
Unless you've got a heart condition, you can do this. It's a beautiful hike.
It
beautiful.
is. And with it being snow and no traffic on the road and stuff like it's just quiet.
I can see coming back during the peak of the fall season and doing this one again. It's very short.
So 1 mile, was it, would you say it was 1 or 1.2?
Back there it said 0.6 one way, so I'm going to say 1.2. But it's a loop trail, so I don't know how far the second half of the loop is. Maybe it's a little further. I've seen 1.2 and 1.4.
Okay.
But I love this little hike. It's just, it's easy. And it's quick.
Enjoyable.
And it's peaceful and it's quiet. What's not to like? And a little fresh fallen snow, you know. What's
Makes
not
you
to
feel
like?
like a kid again.
Yeah. So, and one of the things I used to do as a kid was I threw snowballs at anybody who happened to be standing around. And I don't see but one person.
Just wait.
So what'd you think of the hike?
I thought the hike, yeah, it wasn't hard at all. Pretty easy. I mean, yeah, you did have that little incline there at the end, but it wasn't bad at all. Cabins out here, and you feel like right now because of the snow, excuse me, you're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, Little River Road is close by, but right now with the snow, it's like perfect. And it's easy to do. So if you got little kids and want to take a little hike, you know, this would be something you could do easy with them too.
Absolutely. So anyway, I guess we'll end this video unless we happen to see a bear or something going back.
Or if I gather enough snow for a snowball, since I've been kind of told I was going to get a snowball.
I've seen your aim. I'm not a bit worried. So anyway, actually there is, it's before we were doing YouTube unfortunately, but I do have it on video documented. I was up at Beach Mountain. I was videoing, minding my own business. Next thing I know, I felt something hit me in the chest.
Was it not in retaliation because you had already hit me?
No. And that hurts.
You see by that look.
I don't remember that first part. I mean, I'm not saying, but anyway.
Or I may have did it first because I knew he was going to do
I know you weren't recording when I did it, so I can tell you that.
You're easy
that reminds me of the George Washington joke. You remember the outhouse? Little boy, they lived out in the country, and he went out one day and pushed the outhouse down the hill into the holler.
Oh, his dad or something?
Yeah, his dad come back about an hour later and said, "Son, I want to ask you a question." Said, "Did you push the outhouse down the hill?" And the little boy said, he had just been studying about George Washington in school, and George Washington, of course, is famous for cutting down the cherry tree and then not lying about it. So the little boy remembered that lesson that you got to be honest and said, "Yes, I did push the outhouse down the hill." And his dad broke off a hickory switch and wore him out. And the little boy said, "I don't understand. I told the truth. George Washington's dad didn't whip him." And the dad says, "George Washington's dad wasn't in the cherry tree when he cut it down." So I don't know what made me think of that, but that was a joke I ain't never forgot. So anyway, we've had a good time this week. I know there's been some weird humor in our videos, but I think it was just because we've had a good time.
Yes.
And kind
Enjoying
of
each
loosened
other.
up a little bit. Yeah. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So anyway, we're going to close out. Hope you enjoyed this. We enjoyed bringing it. This is one of my favorite things to do. Fall leaves and snow are my two favorite things.
Hopefully we'll get a lot of snow. I don't like cold, but if there's snow in the air, okay, I can take the cold then.
Yeah, you got to have cold to have snow.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to head on back now. If you like this video, like and subscribe.
Give it a thumbs up and find and follow us on Facebook.
And have a blessed day. Well, I've changed my mind. I had said while we were doing the closeout that I wouldn't be recording going back much. But since we're looping back a different direction, I'm going to. Not a lot. Actually, the battery just went dead on my gimbal. So I'm only going to do standing still shots like this where I can kind of hold the camera pretty steady. But I just want to say that we're on this hike, honestly, because of a video we saw about a week ago on Will and Dawn's channel, Yankee in the South. They did it with a deeper snow cover than this. Absolutely beautiful. Watch that video as well. I think from our video and theirs, you'll be able to decide that this is probably a hike you might want to do. And that's why YouTube videos are so valuable, because you learn and get ideas from other people that do videos in places. That's why we're here today.
Well, in the restaurant we ate at last night, we ate there
because of YouTubers.
Yeah.
That's right. So.
And the items we got.
So there's the trail we came up on. Okay, so I think we figured out why this is a moderate rated hike, and that is if you continue on the loop, there's a little steeper climb going back. If you go back the way you first come, it's easy.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, and this isn't either, but that's probably why it is rated moderate.
There is a spider web that's called 2 snowflakes. You see that? Right here, where my finger's at. Right here. Here.
I don't see it.
Right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, wow. You are really hung up on snowflakes today, ain't you?
I'm enjoying them.
She said a lot of things off camera too. I'm just enjoying these snowflakes. She's like a kid in a candy shop making a new discovery.
There's so many of them that are so perfectly shaped, and I guess because of Christmas cookies and the snowflake sprinkles is what they look like.
Well, you're gonna make cookies with a renewed vigor this year. All right, folks. I was trying to bring you a serene scene. I don't know if y'all heard that thump. What that was something hit me in the back of the neck. Could have done great damage.
A tiny little snowball that I was able to make.
All right. Will you stop? Here's a person that's going to tell us what they're thinking when somebody's trying to do a video for their vlog, and they hit you not in the back, not in the tail, but in the back of the head.
I didn't mean to hit your head. I was actually aiming for your back.
That's what I said earlier about your aim.
Yeah, I was standing right there. You can see where I was standing. What, 5 feet away?
Why'd you hit me with a snowball?
Because you mentioned about hit me with one. I want to do it first.
All I've ever done is love you, and you do that.
I love you too.
Yeah. This is how we are all the time. Now, honestly, if we're going to call out people that litter or vandalize in the park, you have to call out, I suppose, Christians too. Somebody wrote a scripture on a post back there. We love the scripture. Somebody puts God is alive. We love God. We agree He's alive. This is absolutely unacceptable. And it's a poor testimony. Christian, do better. If you watch this, I hope you see this, do better. If you want to tell people about Jesus, get out in the street and have at it. But don't deface property.
Especially when they have signs asking you not to.
Yeah. We need evangelists for Jesus, not vandals for Jesus. And I think we have found Charlie Brown's Christmas tree.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Sure does. So, a word of advice, if it is snowy or been rainy and it's wet and slick, don't take the loop. Go back the way you came. A lot of downhill on the way back.
Yeah.
A lot of slick spots, and you come to this part here where it's going to be a little tricky not getting our feet wet. So we're going to watch and see how Shaughnessy does it. And I'm either going to follow what she does or know what not to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch out, them logs might roll with you. I'm going to keep the camera on just in case. I believe she's going to make it. Doggone it.
There you go.
Now that was some footwork right there.
Fancy feet.
Yeah.
Let's see you do it.
I don't like the way those were starting to roll. I'm gonna devise a better option.
Okay.
I wonder if I'll sink in right there.
Where?
Just below where you walked, right there.